Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro warning that his country is, quote, super prepared to deal with threats from the U.S. as America sends warships to the Caribbean. Secretary of State Marco Rubio headed to the region, traveling to Ecuador tomorrow. But first, he's going to visit Mexico later today, where the United States is nearing a security agreement to expand cooperation against the cartels. The Trump agenda already seeing massive success against those terror organizations.
There was a day, where we had, 2,700 apprehensions, or 2,300 people on the ground in one area and another area. If you extrapolate out that data, we're really costing them over $1 billion, in their business model.
Jonathan Fahey is a former acting ICE director and former federal prosecutor, joins me now. Simply put, Jonathan, it looks like after years and years of just talk, the United States, under the Trump administration, is turning the screws on those who, one, try to poison us, but two, those who try to human traffic across our borders. Your thoughts?
You're exactly right. After 4 years of I want to say neglect, but basically encouraging or aiding all of these things, it's a massive sea change, and it's already shown these incredible results. And we're going to see them by the end of this year. We're going to look at these drug deaths and things like that are going to go down massively because of this action. But it just really shows the difference between strength and weakness in foreign policy, because all of these countries in Latin America not only want to cooperate, they basically feel like they have to cooperate, but you're going to cooperate when somebody on the other end is as strong and is willing to use the cards they have to play, which we have. And I think what we've seen in Iran recently is probably sending a message to Maduro in Venezuela, despite what he's saying.
So to that point, do you think Marco Rubio can get these Latin American countries to push back even further against these cartels, which you and I have discussed numerous times on this show? In many instances, these cartels run parts of these Latin American countries almost like they're a nation within a nation. Can Marco Rubio, while he's there, basically put a stop to that, Jonathan?
I'm not sure if he could put a stop just while he's there, but I think he could put a stop to it, because when these countries know that they have our support and full-throated support, not just lip service, they can have the confidence to stand up to these cartels. But I agree with you, it's not an easy situation. They are quite powerful, and unfortunately they got even more powerful during the Biden administration because we did so little to thwart them. But I do think they do want to be on our side, and you see Mexico and these other countries do want to be supportive, and they really don't want the cartels being that powerful, but it's very tricky for them a line for them to walk. But they're already all cooperating on the immigration front and things like that, which also hurts the cartels because they made so much money from human trafficking.
Yeah, and they lose $1 billion. That's going to determine what they can do influence-wise. It's going to have a negative effect on what the cartels can ultimately do. Finally, quick answer on this. The push to unmask ICE agents has a new face. AI, with anti-ICE activists now able to use artificial intelligence to identify these agents. Jonathan, can Congress or even the president do anything to stop this? Because this is putting lives of those who defend our freedom on these borders and within our country at risk.
You're exactly right. It puts their lives at risk, puts their families' lives at risk. There are things you can look at, like obstruction of justice, because they're doing this to impede ICE agents in performing their duties. So that's one thing. But I think what's an important point to be made, what makes this even worse is the Democratic Party doesn't stand up to this, which is so shameful. I haven't seen one politician stand up to the unmasking of ICE agents. They actually take the opposite view and want to unmask them and put them in danger. It's completely shameful, but I think something will be done, and I think probably some arrest will be coming down the pike on some of these instances.
We will see. Jonathan Fahey, thank you. Appreciate your time, sir. And
I'm Steve Ducey.
I'm Brian Kilmeade.
And I'm Ainsley Earhart. And click here to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page to catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis.